You're watching Footy Fantasy. It is your steady thing, go meet your football needs. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. It's Footy Fantasy. You're watching Footy Fantasy. Footy Fantasy. It is your steady thing, go meet your football need. Your football need. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. Sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. Your eyes go see. It's Footy Fantasy. Footy Fantasy.
Welcome. Another Sunday service episode of the Footy Fantasy Pod. This one is, I guess, Easter Sunday for those who are celebrating. Also, before we even start anything, before I introduce my honorable guests, we have to do a quick admin. If you like our content, Footy Fantasy on YouTube, like, share, subscribe. Still road to 3K. Twitter is Footy80 Fantasy, Instagram Fantasy Footy, and our lovely Afrobeat theme music was done by the great Soji Obatusi. You can find him SJ Music on Instagram. If you have any projects, so hit him up. Let's dive right in, because this is, I guess we are back from international break, but we're halfway there. FA Cup weekend, other leagues started, but we just dive right into, I guess, the biggest topic. And before I do that, let me introduce my honorable guest. I'll start with Coach Yemi. How you doing, sir?
Yemi, I'm doing well.
Yemi was saying, well, it was eating before we started. It was eating puff. He said I should not tell anybody, but and bitter malt ginger.
Yeah, that's a perfect combination.
Oh yeah. Hey, my brother Itata. You see now the right one with this ginger.
I bought a pack myself today. Next guest, Benny the Broken, Benny the Fixed. Chelsea fan.
Benny the Broken.
Glad to be here. Not glad to be a Chelsea fan right now, but I'm glad to be here to talk about my Wolves. Yes.
Okay. And our favorite Azuri correspondent, who we had to summon again. He was here last week, but we had to bring him back. We had to bring him back again for this week. Mr.
True.
Tata, thanks for coming.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Let's just dive right in, Mr. Tata. Italy got knocked out by Serbia. Is it Serbia and Montenegro? Did I get this right?
I think that was the last time, yeah.
Okay. So who knocked them out this time? Give us who?
Bosnia,
Sorry.
Bosnia and Esseco, whatever that
This is Bosnia. Just let's keep it.
and Esseco, yeah.
I think it's just Bosnia now. I might be wrong. I think both countries are separate now.
Are separate now. Okay.
Yeah, I think.
So it's been 3 World Cups in a row. Can you tell us what has gone wrong with your Azuri national team? 3 World Cups in a row, and can they ever recover from this?
Yeah, it's possible to recover if only they listen to the Divine Ponytail in 2011.
Yep.
So, and it's something similar. Not to deviate. I think Sondole did the same thing for NFF. NFF used that to do 3-pointer and forgot about it. And this is what you get. Seriously, is what you get where, I don't know, sometimes we live in an ecosystem where the solutions are there, and then it's almost like you don't want to implement that solution. So maybe the glory shouldn't go to the person, because I'm looking at it. Everybody knows, Baggio is arguably, you talk about like Giuseppe Meazza, Francesco Totti, Andrea Pirlo. Baggio, if you look at Italian football, from the inception, has to be in the top 10. He's that gifted, He's that gifted from Brescia. We all know the story of Baggio, Juventus with Del Piero and stuff. If this man retired, he retired and then sat down to produce 900 pages. There's 900 pages of this is I came through the system, right? I played through the ranks. I played to the World Cup final. I'm a celebrated footballer. I've seen it all. This is what I think FIGC should do to rectify our football. 900 pages. Ayo, Benny, Yemi, if you guys put down your heart and write 900 pages, you know what that means. That's full dedication.
Yep.
And the FIGC pretty much said, you know what?
And this is days before AI, right? This is when there was no AI.
This is
There's no AI help.
2011.
Yeah, no
This is
AI.
2011,
This is
between 2011
2011.
and 2013.
900
This is
pages.
2011.
Damn.
Yeah.
Literally, 2011 is literally what 5-6 years after Italy won the World Cup, right?
Yep.
And when Italy won the World Cup, you have to understand that World Cup, Italy were not the best team at that World Cup. They weren't the best team. What helped Italy at that World Cup was, when the stars converge at just the right time. If you look at the Italian team, it had the only exceptions were maybe Baggio, Baresi, and Maldini. Like the known names. There was Totti, there was Del Piero, Materazzi, Nesta. That team was loaded. They were not playing good, but all of those guys were there at the exact same time. So pretty much talent and that extreme resilient spirit, distributed among 23 players, gave Italy that World Cup. But at that time, the decline had already started. But they won the World Cup. I guess they ignored it. And of course, the microscope moved away from Serie A. We all know Serie A from the 80s to the 90s was like the powerhouse. And maybe parts of 2000. It gravitated from Serie A to La Liga and the EPL. Stars were migrating from Serie A to La Liga and EPL. And this continued. Baggio produced 900 pages of recommendations and solutions. Like, if you do this, it's not going to happen overnight, but just do this and you save our football. FIGC were like, well, we've been world champions just of recent. And that mask, the last Euro win masked it even further. Just imagine.
Yep.
Part of the recommendation, I'll just pick a few things that Baggio recommended that there should be adequate sporting facilities distributed all over Italy, right? 100 training centers. I know that one is a stretch, because finance. You're talking about finance, but at least spread all over Italy, right? Coaches with degrees, meaning people who have to take care of this football, have to be educated, not just to come out and just be shouting. He also recommended that there should be a study group who would check in with these coaches from time to time, just to make sure everyone was aligned. That was also ignored. He also said, you know what? Go into a youth system, look at these players, because modern football is gravitating to data, they're using data to do everything. Collect data of these youth players and kind of look through it over time and see. They ignored all of those recommendations. And the result of ignoring 900 pages of solution just handed to you, the FIGC actually told Roberto Baggio, come and be sort of like head of the technical side. That should do. They employed him to do this job. He did the job and they ignored it. I've never seen anything like that.
True.
In the case of NFF, Olise did it out of patriotism. Say take. They said no. So at least Olise's case is understood. We no send you message. But FIGC literally told Baggio, this is what we need you to do. He did it and they ignored it. Imagine if they started implementation in 2011. Just imagine it. Say they did. Okay, let's say worst case scenario, they started implementation maybe 4 years after that, 5 years after that. They never touched it. What is the result? Missing 3 World Cups. And that Euros also masked it because there were some personalities on that team, Verratti, Bonucci, Chiellini, Donnarumma. There are people that had met that let's defend Rome. All of you here on this, you understand when Italy get into the mindset of let's defend Rome, everything goes and they won that victory. There were some characters in that Euro team that also helped Italy get that Euros. They weren't necessarily the best team at the Euros. So it just shows sometimes these football federations and all the real problem for me is football federations are now managed by businessmen instead of football people. Is there a solution for this? Yes. You have figures like Baresi, they're still alive. You have Maldini, still alive. You have Bonucci, Chiellini. These guys are still alive. The reason I'm saying so is in 82, Italy had Claudio Gentile. Claudio Gentile played alongside Franco Baresi.
Mm-hmm.
Franco Baresi played alongside Maldini. Maldini played alongside Nesta and Cannavaro. So there's been this transfer of, this is who we are, this is who we are. And then at some point, after that Euros just broke away. So the current Italian national team don't even know what they play for. Like that thing, that Azzurri mentality, that Catenaccio, let's die and defend Rome is not there anymore. And the other part of it is Italy are trying to move away from their identity because they're always criticized. Oh, the football is boring, is satanic football, like people say. But Italy are the only team that does that play the satanic football and succeed, because they also, in the midst of defending Rome, they also usually have technical brilliance. Del Piero, Totti, Roberto Baggio, they have these fine, very fine footballers. But now this Italian team is not like that. They're trying to, I don't know if they're confused. Should we play like France? Should we play like Spain? Should we play like England? They don't even have an identity anymore. So it's, I'm not going to say it's sad. I'm not Italian. I'm just an Italian fan, But I just hope they had listened to Baggio and started implementation. What they can do now is bring all of those guys that I mentioned back, put all of them in place and say, this is Azzurri. You guys you've played under the big clubs in the land. You've played for Milan, Juventus. You've played for Azzurri someone like Maldini. Maldini played in Italia 90. Baresi played in Italia 90. Bring all of these guys in. They know the national team. They know the fabric of the national team. Get them, align them, break them down. You might say Baresi is the head, Maldini is the head. Assign them the different categories. Under 17, you know what? The education of Azzurri, you are in charge. Maybe Donadoni, and take charge of under 17. You take charge of under 20. You take charge of the national team, so that there is consistent education through the ranks. By the time they graduate to the Azzurri, they have that mentality and are ready to play for the national team. I know I ramble for long, but I just think that is it. And if they don't go that route, the decay will continue and they might likely miss the next World Cup. Because all Italy needs now is begin implementation and restore your identity. That's a big one. Restore your identity. Let the whole world hate you, but only you can play like that.
Okay, very good point. Let's quickly take comments, then we'll go to Yemi. First comment said Italy missed 3 consecutive World Cups, but peaked momentarily in 2020 to avoid sound waves pollution by beating England in the Euro 2020 finals. Cheers. Also, advice. That's what I handle. In all seriousness, Italians have lost their essence in football. In the 90s and mid-2000s, it was very rare for Italian best players to play overseas, except for Zola, who played for Chelsea. Okay. Oga Kwame says, Italy's let's defend room mindset is like Mourinho's siege mentality mindset. Yeah, I can see that. Also, advice, I can't even think of one single Italian world-class player currently. Maybe Bastoni. Ironically, that's the player that got sent off against Bosnia. Very good point. I think so too, I know some people, rate this, what's his name? The guy in Newcastle, Tonali. Nah,
Tonali, yeah.
I don't think he's world class, but some people rate him like that. I think it's just
No,
a good,
he's not world
it's just it's a good player. Yemi, what are your thoughts?
Uh Itata has mentioned most of everything, but like there are some parts in the because I read a little bit of what he actually wrote. It's actually much more broader what he
class.
wanted done. He This was a guy that went to this Baka's U team and sat down with them for like a couple of weeks, like just to watch what they do. He went to Ajax youth team, sat down with them and saw what they did. He actually spoke against the Catenaccio because what he said was everywhere in Italy is one way, Catenaccio, Catenaccio, Catenaccio. But this football, this as of 2010, 2015 was moving away from that. He actually wanted a diversify of skill where like let us start creating skillful players where like you are not system first. You are actually footballers first. So like from like whatever you are to like 10 or 12, you are actually playing football so that we can enhance the skill set of these players before we throw them into the Catenaccio thing. And then I can piggyback on that with something else. Germany, 2010, when after they lost out in the preliminaries of the Euro, when they lost out in the group stage, they got to a place where like after that thing, everybody sat down and they said, you know what, we need to figure out ways, man, to better this our squad depth in general. So what they did was they went into the youth systems and mandated everything to have a functioning youth team. When I mean functioning, I'm talking of under 10, under 12, under 13, and their developments, every team. They started doing like age this in quotas now. Before you need to have like 3 or 4 this is German players play
Yeah.
in your first team. You may not start, but at least be coming off the bench. And there were this incentives for that. And then like in terms of recruiting, they didn't just go white. They recruited broadly. Hence, like after then, we started seeing a lot of foreign players, people from Turkey, people from Africa, Sunny,
Right.
black people. Initially, you won't expect a black man to be playing for Germany, but now we have we have Sunny, we have Rudiger, we have a lot of them now because now their recruiting system it's broadened now. So that now and this was around when they were doing the youth thing. Youth thing was when they played this in under 20 competition under 17. Guess who were in those two? Cruz, Ozil. That was the set of them there. So from then on now, you are now seeing now, man, if you watch that youth team, under 17, they are really good. Under 20, they are really good. And they are now coming up with different types of players. In those days of Balak, they have box to box, eye machine players, like energy, efficient, box to box. They will kill themselves on the field. Now, we are now beginning to see a different breed of footballers, people that are actually playmakers, people with flair.
Yeah.
Because they plan for that, because they knew that box to box team, that energy, all efficient German machine is good. But man, we are going to get to a point where all that everybody else will be doing the same thing. You have to have that X factor. Now, man, if you look at Germany, what we can say now is they have a lot of X factors, but they don't have a main striker. That's something that they need to work on. Roberto Baggio also called out playmakers and number nines. He said the country need to put forward a lot of stress into finding playmakers and number nine. Because ever since the 2010s and 11, most of their number nine has not been really good. In those days when Nitata was talking about the 90s and the 80s, they had really, really good strikers. You're looking of Viale, Casaraghi, Donadoni,
Massaro.
Viale, Zola, Massaro, Casano. They had strikers, but now they don't. So now it's a lot of stuff like we can look, but like I think that where like they can go from now is they need to look at recruiting. They need to sit down with Badger or whoever it is, go and revisit that thing. It might take you another 4 or 5 years, but go into recruiting. At least there are some things you can do right now. Go into recruiting and youth recruiting. Do not focus only on Catenaccio. Actually broaden the scope. Start coming up with footballers, people that are actually comfortable on the ball. Like when you give them ball in tight spaces, they are not counting their legs. The likes of Verratti, there's no Verratti there anymore. The closest person to Verratti is this Tonali, and he's not that good.
Yeah, it's not.
He's not that good. If you look at Roberto Baggio's, the Zolas, these are people that when you fist ball to them in tight spaces, they're not afraid. They can hold the ball, caress the ball, talk to the ball, the tortoise. They don't have that anymore because now it's all machine because everybody eats the Catanaccio. The worst part of this thing is Como, our Fabregas team, there's not one Italian player in their first team. Only one. And they asked this in Fabregas, and Fabregas said that he has tried. Fabregas publicly spoke out against this in talent in Italy, that they are not good enough. And the ones that are decently trying to play, they are playing for teams that are always yo-yo up and down, up and down. So now you can't get what you want because these Italian players that should be playing in big tournaments, in Champions League, in Europa League, they are not as good. So man, you have this foreigners coming in to take the space of the Italian players. And it's not because of them, because they're just not that good enough. So we can keep going on and on, but yeah, recruiting, they need to go back to Roberto Baggio, just redo a list or do something and start young and broaden your search for players. It can't be just Italian. You actually need to be this intentional, like whoever wants to play for Italy around this particular age, black, white, whatever, we will bring you in and then let them work on it. And then before you know it, in another 6 years, we might be talking of Italian winning this under 17 and under 20. And then my last point is, if you notice, most of the other sports in Italy, they've been doing well. Tennis is doing well. Paris is doing well. Everywhere is doing well. So now they are talking about maybe this finances has been diverted to the other sports. That could be the case. But I can also tell you that Italians under 17, they're not that bad. Italians under 20, they're not that bad. But they are not that bad within that era. But when they now come to big man football, they are not good enough. So, yeah.
Okay, very, very well dissected. Like Ogakwame said, you guys are doing justice to Italian topic, Nasabi ball. And that's why I brought them, all of them. Italy are the Nigeria of Europe. No offense. Who is this person? Also advice.
What is your name, my brother?
I need to get a full name. I suspect somebody, but I don't want to say a name yet from the group. What's your name? Let me know your true identity. If I remember correctly, I think Benny also, Italy's your like European team that you like. Am I correct or not? I'm not. Okay, never mind. Benny, what are your thoughts? National? Do you have anything to add? Do you think they can recover? Do you have a different
Honestly, I've said quite a bit about it, and they've gone like into quite a lot of detail about it. I can look more surface level, and just from without diving into the reasons why that's the case. I could just look and say the crop of talent has gone down significantly from the 2000s, even from 2000s. And when this guy came out, because I'm a sucker for like when I see a midfielder that's like really good, I'm like, oh, I'm all in. When Verratti first came out, and I saw like, who is that guy? Who is this star boy? And playing in France of all places, like someone like that, you'd say, okay, Italy from days of old, when you see like star boys, they're usually inside, like Emil was saying, except I don't know what was saying in the middle was or other than Zola, you don't really see a lot of star Italian players playing outside of Italy. But now you have this crown prince essentially of the midfield there playing in PSG. Now you can say it's money or whatever, but then we can talk about the financial part of it because Italian football has like suffered financially for the last now. So finances may have may have been part of the reason why they haven't been able to develop talent well or retain talent. Having someone like Tonali, and I know you guys say you don't actually like Tonali. I don't think it's like the best of all, but I think he's a great midfielder. The fact that you have to lose, an AC Milan would have to lose a Tonali to a Newcastle because of financial issues.
Wow.
It says a lot about, just the lack of financial, stability in the country as a whole. For the top team, one of the top teams, it's one of the story teams out there, to have to lose a midfielder to Newcastle United forget the fact that they're backed by Arabs, but to Newcastle United is, for lack of a better word, a disgrace.
It
So
is.
this issue that they're facing right now is not just something that just happened. Obviously, they've missed 3 in a row, but I think they're trying to paper through the cracks, like deep-seated issues. They're trying to like just put a band-aid on top of it and say, okay, we should qualify, we should qualify. You'd have someone like Gattuso coming out and saying, oh, I think it's unfair that we have 10 or 9 or 10 comes from
What a
Africa.
clown. What a clown.
Only 16 countries are coming from. I'm like, bro, is that the that should be the list of your worries right
Your
now.
worries.
So, like, it's one of those things where you have major issues where you just start pointing outwards when the issue is just the person in the mirror, which is the Italian football system. They need to fix that from the core based on things you guys have said, what Badger came out and said. I mean, it's I want to say it's a disgrace, but this is the third time. So at this point, we're used to it. It's the third time Italy's missed, third time in a row. First time it was shocking. Second time I was like, wow. Now it's like, it's kind of expected.
Yeah, it's Italy. Yeah.
You guys they have. You look at it. I looked at the player list. Bastoni, they're saying right now, whoever said Bastoni was a world class, whatever, you can say it to some circles and they're like, oh, Bastoni, okay, yeah. Nobody jumps out of that squad list and like, oh,
It's only Donnarumma that is world class on that.
Only Donnarumma.
But hold on. Can I say something? I'm sorry to interject. If you talk about 3 decent players there that are in this Italy now that are good enough to enter most of the teams, Bastoni is pretty good. He's the best defender they got.
I hear you. I'm just saying,
like this. Tonali, if you're talking of levels, so now let's talk levels. Donnarumma, Bastoni. DeMarco is old. DeMarco is one of the people that they actually bank on just for creativity.
Right.
Guess where DeMarco plays? He's a wing back. Left
Yes,
wing
the
back.
left wing back, yes.
And that Tonali, they have Tonali. Who did they have in striker? Moises King. That's it.
My point is not that Bastoni is not great.
Retegi's brother.
Yeah.
My point is not that Bastoni is not great.
Yeah,
I'm saying that when you just like come like, oh my god, Italy's playing right now. Who am I looking for? Italy.
Right.
I'm not saying if you know Italy, then
It's Donnarumma. It's Donnarumma.
You think of Donnarumma. Like, and the goalie, because he's the one that's like known over, he has done great things around the world.
Yeah,
it's also a factor like people aren't watching Italian league anymore because talent there is dying.
Yeah.
So many issues there, and they have to fix it from the roots up. So I won't go too much. I won't say too much about that, but you guys have covered most of it. It's just it's kind of disappointing to see someone like Donnarumma not going to the World Cup. Or then again, there are many countries that have star players that are not going to the World Cup. Osimhen is not going to, has never been to the World Cup. Has he?
No.
He wasn't in Russia.
No.
So he's never been to a World Cup.
No.
So there are many star
This
players.
is our second World Cup. We're not going to second, right?
Second in a row.
I get sorry.
Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. I wish them well. I mean, I have other teams that I'm worrying about that I'm coming to. Imagine me being in the US here and my own country is not coming to the Italy will be okay, I beg.
Right. Let's take comments on So Advanced. I knew it was you, Ben Video, Mabiala, the Barcelona fan. I knew it was him. From the way people type, I've known that long enough to figure people out. So I knew it was you. Your country has never ever been to anything useful. Ben Video.
But hold on. This Bastoni might be going to Barca next season.
Angola has not done anything useful.
Angola.
Did he call him Angolan? Did he call him Angola yesterday? That's insulting.
Relax.
He will never claim it.
I got come and say Bastoni ain't world class.
He is not world class.
DiMarco is the only top level outfit player. Okay,
he's not even top. I don't even consider DiMarco top. Honestly,
DiMarco,
apart from goalie, no.
DiMarco was.
Dio says, I don't think Bastoni is that good. He benefits from the community parapo. I like how Yoruba people can just mix English and Yoruba together. It's the community parapo, defender of Inter Milan, that makes the like of Damian and Akanji look better than they really are. Same with DiMarco. Okay.
That's the point there. We play five back.
I'll defer to you guys. My only quick point, to wrap this up, that I'll add is, I think, like you guys mentioned, the 2020 Euro win And also, something that we probably forgot is Inter winning that treble in 2010 probably made them, when Baggio came out with that thing, maybe which was just like a year later to Baggio,
Right.
Inter, we are fine. Like Inter won the first and probably the only treble, if I'm correct, right? Nobody else has, no other Italian team has done the treble.
I think AC
Italian,
Milan.
yeah,
I,
correct.
I
Those are
think
Italian.
AC Milan probably did it under Arrigo Sacchi or
Okay,
Capello.
maybe the 80s. Okay, in modern times, in
Yeah.
Champions League era, let's say that in Champions
right.
League era, I think this is the only team to Italian to win the treble. So that's probably what they did. What happened? Like, Baggio, sit down somewhere.
But if you look at that team that Mourinho had, how many Italians were actually
Yeah,
there?
I agree. I'm just saying that's
They are mostly
that's
foreigners. Oh.
That's true.
They were mostly foreigners, yeah.
They were.
They're mostly foreigners. From beginning to end, Baba. They are mostly foreigners. Oh.
At least the star players, they were foreigners.
This
Yeah.
type so yeah.
I think maybe it's only Materazzi.
Yeah,
Only Materazzi I can think of.
Yeah. And then also we can also this chip in the old this cheating scandal. That thing really hit them.
Image.
Yeah.
I think when that happened, everybody
A lot of sponsors. A lot of sponsors.
No, we don't want to associate ourselves with this.
So let's not forget that was really huge for them. Like a lot of sponsors left. That was when this players now man started leaving. If you watch after that whole thing happened, when Juve was really relegated, some of those guys now started dipping out. But Italian players that were really playing now started playing for this Vicenza, Bologna. Now, when you are playing there and you are not playing European football, but when you take that jump up, you are not that good enough because those on the top want to stay at the top, and those at the top are not really making that much money.
Correct.
So this is a Newcastle can come in. Fulham will be fighting for this player man with AC Milan. Fulham.
It's crazy.
That has confirmed what all of you just said. Inter won that treble without a single Italian in their first 11. Yeah, I think I remember that start from that final. I think Italian was that first 11, maybe. For what I remember, maybe Materazzi. I don't know. I don't even remember if Materazzi played that final. The final they won against Bayern in 2010.
Wasn't that didn't he get a red card, Materazzi, against Barcelona? In the
Okay. Yeah. I think that's what Dario was saying. Materazzi was not to the start. He was the cheerleader from the bench. Calciopoli scandal dented the image of Italian football.
Yeah, it did. That's the thing.
Yep. And what's crazy, final point is Italy. I think I heard that comment and I just verified it. I fact checked it. Italy has last played a knockout game in World Cup 2006.
God damn.
So even the three they went to, which is 10, 14, and 18. No, just 10, 14. 10 and 14, sorry. That they both went out in the first round. In both
10 for sure, they went out in the first round because of the
Can I say one more thing? Just one more thing, and I'm done. Check out group stages how they missed out on the World Cup. They lost to Bosnia. The last time they lost to Macedonia. Or one small country like this.
Yeah.
Macedonia. And the upper one, they lost to one random country that they should be beating. And then now you have the likes of Gattuso opening his mouth saying that they
just win your games, bro. That's my response.
That's it.
You don't have players, man. He doesn't have the player. I don't know why he's acting. He just has the name. Like I don't know if he thinks that name they buy this thing.
Also, advice Thiago Motta was also there, although
he's Brazilian. He's Brazilian.
Good point.
You people have no shame.
Chelsea in crisis. I put that there as clickbait. I told Benny.
Benny.
it was clickbait. Like it's like crisis. Yeah.
Benny don't evaporate.
Players want out already. What's going on behind the scene? I'm seeing the verbatim, clickbait. It was a clickbait title. But I guess this is the background of this is I think Enzo Fernandez came out and spoke against the owners, against the ambition, I guess maybe slightly against the managers. There were some comments that were like slight digs about the fact that what's his name? Maresca had a good plan in training. They enjoyed his training session, and then they changed him, and then since things have not been the same. That sounds like a slight dig towards the manager. And of course, I think Liam Rossino announced that he was suspending him for the next 2 games. Which was against Port Vale. I'm like, oh, suspending him against Port Vale. I heard that. Oh, what a big suspension. Then he suspended against Man City away. At home, actually, I think it's at home. So that's Stamford Bridge.
At home.
So I was like, okay. Benny. Then next person was Cucurella, came out and said some things too.
Mhm.
But I think he didn't get any suspension. Am I right, Benny? Did he get any suspension? No, okay. So
I
tell me
thought
what's
what
going on.
Cucurella said was actually worse. In
That's
my
what somebody
opinion.
said.
Yeah. It was. But it wasn't critical. It was in that side you slap somebody and you blew breeze, cold breeze.
You know, in body school in Nigeria at that time, where you sleep on the like with all this and rat would bite your leg and
I've been blowing breeze. Man. That's yeah, that's what
that's
it did.
Cucurella. Yeah, I feel like if I just had a flashback.
I didn't go to boarding school. I didn't go to
You've
all my friends told me this
bro,
many times.
You just scrape the bottom of your foot.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm going first because I have a lot to say, but let me say this. It's about damn time that the players are saying something. Because clearly it seems like I think maybe I'm not the typical like cookie cutter run of the mill fan that just okay, the owners are saying this, yes, let's go with it. Oh, let's just support them. Nah, I see when I see something is stupid, I call it out for what it is. It's been stupid from day one. And I've been it's well, there's a history of me taking a shot at the owners from the very moment they bought this team and they started making some moves. I was like, okay, these guys don't know what they're doing. And the hope was that maybe at some point, Sense will slap them at some point. But it looks like Sense is chasing after them, but it seems to be faster than Sense. Sense cannot reach them quickly enough. Because I don't get why you will fire. And the thing is, okay, let's start with the coaches, why they left. Pochettino and Maresca, we could say they got fired. But before they got fired, they started laying out, hey, this is what we need to become a serious team. And at no point were these guys like, you know what? Maybe we want to become a serious team because we have these plans of, okay, we want to buy young players and sell them at the profits. But they don't understand that if you don't succeed, if you're not getting good results, first of all, you can't attract proper talent. Secondly, you can't bring those talents in and develop them and increase their values. If they sell any of these players right now, today we are speaking right now, any of these players they sell, they'll sell them at the loss. I don't care who it is. You can say it's Enzo. He has developed whatever. Remember, they're on 8-year contracts. If you depreciate that over 8 years, they will go at a loss. The only people you sell at a profit are people that had no value to begin with. People like James that are academy born, Chaluba, and those are people you get value out of. Now, what is the current state of Chelsea? They're running at a massive loss, 400 and what million loss last year. Clearly, they'll have to sell some players to improve financially. Otherwise, they face sanctions. Now, we're going to miss Champions League again. And you're telling these players that they need to cut back on which, bruh, I'm surprised more players haven't said anything. Enzo is the first one to talk. How can you bring a World Cup winner to come and underachieve with you, to come and be playing under Liam, whatever his name is, Rosinho? How can you bring him there to come and play for nothing except, the occasional FA Cup, whatever? Now we have Chelsea fans praying, oh my God, I hope we get Southampton. I hope we get Leeds. Whoever, I think Leeds won. I hope we get Leeds. I hope we get Southampton. And we got drawn against Leeds now. And they're like, yes, at least we get a chance for a final. See how low our mentality has.
Oh, Chelsea's playing Leeds.
We're playing Leeds, right?
Yeah, we're playing Leeds. You're playing Leeds.
Oh, okay. They've done the draws. Already.
Yeah, they've done the draws.
Yeah, we're playing Leeds. Man City plays Southampton. And Chelsea fans are like ecstatic. Some Chelsea fans, others that have that know what's coming. Because if you beat Leeds, you're still going to go and jam that juggernaut that seem to be gelling at the right moment right now. Unless you're an Arsenal fan and you think they're not gelling at the right moment. City are doing well right now. Happy. Yesterday was a great day. It was a great. And I know I'm talking about Chelsea right now, but I don't mind taking 2 seconds to just talk about how great Saturday was. I'm so happy. I mean, something happened. I don't know what it was. Something happened. I just I'm floating on air right now. But point is that I'm surprised more players haven't come out to talk. Players have a finite time for their careers. And an even smaller time at the top of their craft. Enzo Fernandez is what, 24, 25?
He's still young, 24.
He's going into the prime of his life. He cannot afford to languish in a place where there's no vision. all these top players, Cole Palmer, don't worry, people are saying this small. When they start slashing wages and there are better teams out there with better projects and better visions, all the top players will start to go out. They will start to talk. They will start to say something. Liam Rosinio is the one that is coach right now. I don't think they're going to fire him this season because he seems to be okay with whatever the owners say, and the owners are saying shit. Pardon my French. They're saying nothing that makes sense. He seems to be okay with shit, and I guarantee you, if you're a player with any kind of sense and any desire to win, you would not be comfortable sitting in Chelsea right now. Expect the top guys to start coming out and saying, you know what, maybe I should explore greener pastures anywhere, because Chelsea is not going anywhere for the next couple of years. With the owners we have, I only pray they crash and burn so they can leave that club. Leave my club.
Palmer can come back home. Palmer can come back home. That's what I wanted to add. Palmer can come back home.
Palmer is good. That boy that looks like he's not thinking anything. That boy is not as dumb as he looks.
Bruno needs another study. Palmer,
once greener pastures are out there, that guy will leave. The only person that is shouting, I'm Chelsea till I die, Chelsea till I die, is Rhys James. The reason he's shouting that is because of his injury problems. If he was available, other clubs would have come for him, but they know he's studying to be a nurse because of how much time he spends. They won't come after him because he has other things that restricting him. He's a talented player, but he's not available for anything. Otherwise, Madrid would have come. Otherwise, the top clubs would have come. But because the height of his ambition is Chelsea, and he's Chelsea captain, obviously, he's going to see what he's going to say. So I don't blame him for that. That's fine. It is what it is. But for these players to be quiet and act like, what Enzo is saying is so like, I don't think they are quiet like that. I think they understand what he's saying and they agree. You just can't say it publicly. I expect more breaking news out of this Chelsea squad. This coming whatever. And my only pain right now for all the players, I'm just upset that Estevao decided to come to Chelsea. That boy deserves much more than these owners right now. He deserves to be in Spain. We are doing like this. He deserves to be.
We need a winger. We need a left winger.
Country that will help him. That will help him flourish. Not with the nonsense that these owners are doing right now. Yeah. F Todd Boehly, F Clear Lake, F whatever the ownership is now and forever.
And if you are down with Bluco, F you too.
All of them.
I didn't say so.
If you're down with Bluco, F you too.
That I didn't say so, please. Don't ban me from the group, please.
I know why I catch him. I catch him in the right places. He can hold the group. I know why I catch him.
Tata, do you have any comment to add to the crisis?
Well,
I'm just happy that another club is the Banter Club, this international break. I love it.
See, the moment Abramovich stepped out, I was like, man, Chelsea is done. Because again, part of my issue with football, when you see major issues with football, if you trace it, it's because business people are running it, not football people. And I don't know if Todd Boehly has ever been a football person. I have no idea. I think he is, the little I've seen, I think he's more of a business person than a football person. The same thing we are suffering with CAF, Confederation of African Football. Maybe the next thing we will hear is CAF has handed the AFCON trophy to Ayo, an individual. I think that's what is left. It's crazy, and Chelsea, I usually joke about it that Chelsea, I don't think Chelsea is a football club. Chelsea is more like a local government area. They take their census. They take their census yearly because they go out, they buy players, they go into maternity halls and ask women that are pregnant, please, we are going to sign your baby. You have not delivered yet, then
Brazilian maternity laws, be specific. Brazilian maternity laws. American maternity
you go to the maternity ward, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, it's almost like, so what I've come to understand is Chelsea, I think they've moved away from football. It's a business model now where they buy, just cast your net, get as much as possible, all these young talents, sell them at a premium price, rinse and repeat. That's what it's about. And it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. I would say for this, being a football fan, I hope it's rectified. But because it's a rival club, I hope it's sustained. This is just banter. But it's it's terrible because Chelsea. I mean, we saw Chelsea under Abramovich. If you listen to some of the Chelsea ex-players, especially our own Nigerian Mikel, who has given an insight to what it used to look like. Abramovich will land in a helicopter. You know, the manager is fired. Something, you know, the standards were high. The man was clear. I have the money. I can fire you, but you need to win the trophies. And I usually tell, like, talking about Arsenal will talk about their unbeaten gold trophy, that midget trophy. They talk about it. But I tell them, I think in case I'm wrong, that's record season that Chelsea consider is it 13 or 15 goals. They had more points than Arsenal had in the unbeaten season. I think Arsenal had what 11 draws.
A lot of draws.
More than 11 draws. Oh. Almost like 15 to 16 draws.
No, there's 12 draws. That's
12 draws. Yeah.
Yeah. So Chelsea, what they are now, Chelsea were just a win, and it even climaxed when Mourinho. You know, Mourinho is about winning. When Chelsea got Mourinho, I started crying because I knew, and it felt like they would never lose any game forever.
I know.
That's the kind of club they are, but they've now Chelsea is a business model where they buy young players, as many as possible, try to sell them at a premium. It's not about football anymore. So it's leaning towards the business side of it, unfortunately.
For the record, we haven't sold any player at a premium yet. Any of the players we sold are just small. Maybe we sold some at a premium, but like pocket change. That's why we're at 400 and something million lost for, bro.
Let's take comments. Dayo says that 2006 win was just an odd one. Euro 2004, I think Italy also crashed out of the group stage. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. True.
On so advice, aka Benvido of Angola, said Enzo Fernandez, Messi's good friend and Copa America and World Cup winner, has been offering himself to Real Madrid in the last few weeks and is ready to jump the sinking ship at Chelsea. On so advice, I thought Chelsea were into bigger things this season. After they manhandled my back against season, how to explain their downfall this season? I mean, if you paid attention to the people that have inside knowledge like me, you know, I've been saying this for so long that Chelsea is not going anywhere with this ownership. Benny has been saying it, but I've been ringing it from, especially after that
Club World Cup. That Club World Cup.
We don't call it Club World Cup. Summer tournaments. That's summer tournament. Summer tournaments. Orange Man summer tournament that you guys won. But just when I told all of their fans, that can tell me. We sat like this in the party. He was telling me Chelsea is going to do so much. Liverpool fans, they're going to do well. Chelsea. I said, Chelsea? Please. I told you Chelsea are going to do worse than last season. That's what I said. Because I think their squad building, instead of upgrading themselves, they took themselves backward. That's what I told them. In their squad building, when they build their squad. And
fans can be very short.
Here we are. But you know what? I'm not going to blow my own trumpet. I just have a podcast. That's all I do.
You guys are so trust.
Okay, comment says you mean the MAGA Cup. Yeah, exactly. The MAGA Cup. You hear me? Do you have any thoughts on the Miles and Chelsea? I don't have thoughts.
Man, I am so happy that we have a club like this in Chelsea in the league right now. I was so mad at them two or 3 seasons ago when they sold us Mason Mount. The one that's this internal contract with the hospital bed. So when they now came and got Garnacho, Itata's best friend, and got Son. I was so happy. All your sins have been paid. Chelsea. So, man, please don't sell Garnacho. Just keep him. See Benny's face.
You'll become a star very soon.
He'll become a star. He'll become the new Ronaldo. but man, to be serious, a lot of people have spoken well about the topic. I just think that what I'm beginning to sense is I think next season things might be done a little bit differently. And if you listen to what this guy said,
with the same owners.
Yeah. I'm beginning because I listen. It's not just those 2 guys that have spoken. There's your defensive midfielder from Brazil. What's his name? Junior, whatever his name is.
Santos.
Yeah, he too indirectly spoke. And there are like two players too that have also spoken, and they've spoken about one thing which is crucial, which I'm always fighting for: the lack of experience in the club. In all those departments, Chelsea still has not recovered from the loss of Silva. Now, your midfielders, your most experienced midfielder in that team is who? Caicedo.
Enzo
And he's
Like,
Fernandez.
Enzo.
24, I think
Enzo,
23.
yeah,
Right?
and Enzo is still a kid at
Yeah,
25.
both 23,
If you're
24.
playing at Chelsea with the Chelsea that we knew that had the Terrys, the Lampard,
Oh, yeah.
they had
They're going too
men.
far
Man,
back. They're going too far
man.
They
back
had
now.
men.
Hey, I think
Men,
at the
like if
point
you
they had
lock them up
6
in a room,
captains.
yeah,
At
they
the point
had
they had
men
6 captains in the starting 11,
in
right?
every department of the
That's a long
field.
time. We're going too far back.
Yeah.
We're going
I'm
too
just
far
saying
back.
like that. So that has always been my fear. This even with Manchester United, which is my club, where everybody's saying like, yeah, we need to sign a 21-year-old player, 21-year-old player. Brother, you'll be like Chelsea, oh. Because when Casemiro leaves, when Maguire leaves, you will now be banging on some 17-18-year-old player to take you to the glory land. This is the Premier League. Experience is key. Get your young players, but have some experienced players within them that like when they go and get stuff. It's that these experienced players on the field that have been through battles, that know what it is like to win, that know what it is like to lose big games, small games. Some of those games you can just see like the likes of Casemiro or Bruno just saying, hey guys, let's calm down, small. Yes, I said Bruno. so you know, so
No, I actually
no,
don't. I'm
so
with
you
you.
have
It's
guys
good
like
to
that say,
keep
hey guys,
experienced
let's
players
calm
on
it
the
down.
team.
This is okay, man. We are losing, but there's still time. That's what I'm just thinking that I mean it will be good for this Chelsea to do well in the league, because the Premier League needs it. It's good for Manchester United to do well because what? The Premier League needs it. It's good for Arsenal to at least win the league. At the very least win the league. Because Premier League needs it. So tops like that. Spurs now, I don't know. It's good for Spurs to win. But like if it's me, I do want this Chelsea to get better because it makes that competition a lot more intense and makes it much more interesting. That's just my 2 cents. Yeah.
Good for you.
Take your 2 cents back. Take your 2 cents back.
Good
Talk
for
about
you. Yeah.
if Arsenal, because the league needs it, needs
Start.
what? Bournemouth have the chance to do something so funny this weekend. Oh Lord.
But
Humanitarian. Humanitarian, you hear me?
no. The league needs it. Hey man, listen,
Yeah.
I've always
You know,
said it clear.
no,
I
no,
still
no,
pick
no.
Man City to win the league. I've
No,
always
no.
picked Man City to win the league. But yeah.
He said leads. No, the leads.
I'm a man from
The league.
quadruple to
The
I'm
league
a man
needs
from
noise.
quadruple to
The
single
league
pole.
needs noise. That's literally what you're telling me, that the league needs noise.
I may make them win
They were
one.
lucky that they were
Nah.
not scheduled to be on the pod. And there was no way I could swing it last minute when they lost yesterday. They
How
would
about
have known
EJ? We couldn't
they
get
would,
EJ on this
they
spot.
would have known there was a setup. I was like, I wanted to message somebody. I was like, damn, because they were not part of the schedule. I said, yeah, they escaped this one. But that next week game, Arsenal Bournemouth.
No,
Either way,
seriously,
they win, they lose.
if they
I'm making
drop
sure
points in that
I'm
game,
scheduling an
if they
Arsenal person
drop
for that
points
game.
in that game,
One of them has to be on this board for sure, 100%. Either way it goes, I need one of them on this game. That's all I'm going to say. You know, we had a Liverpool guy called Donald that was supposed to be on this section. The guy messaged me after they lost yesterday. He said, "Hey, can we keep this item 3 very quick, very brief?" I told him, no, we can't keep it brief because this one means more. I think that thing I said scared the guy. The guy, no shoe, no response to my text again, nothing. Yeah, well, I just assume maybe it's Wi-Fi in Nigeria, you know how it can be. There's nothing really to talk about this game apart from the fact that, in my opinion, Man City went bell to ass. What? I know the funny thing about that game. Liverpool started that game very well. Because I watched the game. They started very
First
well.
10, 15 minutes.
I was
Liverpool
drinking
were
coffee. I
really
started
good.
my coffee around 6:45. I was watching. They were on there. I was like, oh, Liverpool wants to create a shock. But immediately, Man City just, I think it was their first chance, only second chance. Bam, go. Liverpool just crumbled like a pack of cards. And the only other comment I have, and I'll open it to the floor. I've never seen a team win the league the year before. I want to put a caveat because people can say, Manchester United. And nothing seismic changed. Because we can say Chelsea. What we saw with Chelsea under Mourinho, the following season, Mourinho was head was packing. You could see the signs. My point, right? He was fighting with the trainer, right, Benny? He was fighting with the trainer that came on. You could see the signs. That's my point. He was fighting with Hazard. Hazard came back overweight. He was fighting with a lot of people before, so you could see that this season can implode. Under Manchester United, of course, Ferguson retired. The players were old. They brought a manager who was fit for mid-table teams, I think. And he came in and was changing so many things very quickly. Like every other team, you could see why Leicester, everybody knew it was a fluke. What they wanted to do. We knew, all of us knew it was a fluke. They saw a chance, they took it when everybody slept, and they sold N'Golo Kante. So that was a big change from that. And everybody knew that. Now everybody knew Leicester was good, right? The season before, they were doing counter-attack and inshallah. Next season, everybody started playing low block against them. They could not do anything. But this one, same manager, same players. For the most part, I know they still trained.
They've loaded that team. They had the best transfer. They had the best transfer window. People
almost, beginning of the season, I'm going to say beginning of the season prediction. I said Liverpool are going to win the league.
What is it best? What do you mean by best? They lost crucial players and they didn't replace them.
But no, they are recruits.
Can I speak to that?
On the transfer window, everybody
praised it. I remember everybody was saying they were scared online.
Look at the quality
I didn't though. I didn't, and I'll tell you why. And I'll open it up. I was writing down the loss of Jota. That is huge for that team.
I need
cycle.
Yeah, I mean, you can't come back here and tell me in April and say you didn't. I need screenshots of when you told me in August.
I am not that type of guy. I'm not that type of guy. I have always told you Liverpool, Man City. Liverpool. No, I never. No, I picked Man City to win the league.
Okay, fair enough.
I picked Man City to win the league from this even before that Club World Cup that Chelsea won. So man, this is the thing.
Liverpool
so
to be this bad? Did you pick them?
No. I didn't pick them to be this bad. Now, hold on. Let me just run through this right quick and I'll let it go. Jota's loss, that's huge.
It is.
We can't quantify whatever it is. That's it. The loss of Trent, I don't think they saw it coming and they didn't prepare for it. Mm-hmm. Trent was probably one of their main sources of playmaking.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You lose that, and I don't know where that is going to come. And that their left back, Robertson. Do you know that lately Robertson is still probably their best left back at the club?
Yeah, he is.
But the coach has been trying to work this Kirkes into the team. That's a huge loss. Salah's drop in form. I knew Salah was not going to be not so good, but I didn't think his form was going to drop this bad. Yeah. His form has really dropped. Now, one of the most crucial things for me was this. Luis Diaz leaving. Nunes leaving. These are two players and Jota that led their press.
Right.
They were relentless in pressing. And they were relentless as getting the ball back, most especially Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz is that guy that when he gets the ball back, he's a one-man attacking unit. At least, if he doesn't score, he add a lot of pressure to the midfield and the defense to push them back. If you play a low block with them, Luis Diaz is one player that can just run, wiggle his way through, get you a free kick or cross the ball or probably score. You lose this player and you lose Nunes. The guy that helps you with press, that scores that on-man goal, that is really good with his head when you crosses. When all these things happen, whoever you bring is going to have issues. So now, everybody's now talking the fact that their midfield is not athletic enough. That's the same midfield that won the league last season. And they were dominant. Now, everybody's saying that the midfield is not dominant enough. You have Gravenberch, that was practically one of the best players, a revelation last season. And he's still playing really well. You have McAllister now. That people are saying that he's not as good. That's the same McAllister that bossed the midfield. That was one of the best midfielders in the league last season. Curtis Jones, he's injured. And Enzo. And Szoboszlai, who is now like Gerrard, but not Gerrard. That guy comes up, he's like their engine. I don't know how Liverpool happened to get some of these players.
As a right back. Why?
Because defensively, who you got, Frimpong, is probably worse than Trent, or probably the same as Trent in defensive action. So not just a creativity wise, Salah misses Trent.
That's
Creativity wise, Liverpool misses Trent.
another reason why that guy dropped. I won't lie. Salah dropped a lot this season. Salah is not there. The kind of feeding
There's,
that happens in that right, whatever.
and those cross balls from Robertson to Trent to Salah, man, you are talking of guys that understood. So when you now brought in a Florian Wirtz, this is his first season. He's going to struggle. And the Newcastle striker you actually wanted to use, Gogo, is injured.
But he presses though.
And
I thought they replaced the pressing in Isak. He hunts everything down.
But Isak has barely played for them.
Yeah. I mean,
It's Ekitike that is playing. And now Ekitike is trying his best. And you now have Gakpo. That defensive is not really. So you are replacing Gakpo with Luis Diaz. That's a fail.
Gakpo was the one Luis Diaz was there.
Yeah, he was there.
No, he has always been there, but like he's the one that is practically the replacement for Luis Diaz. Until when they figured out that it wasn't working, they tried Florian Wirtz through the left. They figured out that physicality and other stuff was. And then if you watch, whenever Liverpool plays well, Florian Wirtz plays well for the most part. They need to figure out those things out. Yeah.
You mean the other way around? Do you mean when Wirtz plays well, Liverpool plays well? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of the games that I've seen, no. Go and watch their games. Whenever Liverpool plays, which is not that much, Florian Wirtz is actually doing really well. He plays well, connects the midfield to attack. You will always have that. But the thing is, with Jota leaving, Trent, Robertson declining from due to age, father time, Salah, father time, and stuff, and you lose Nunes and
the amount of money they pay for that Florian Wirtz, it should be a lot more better than this. That guy.
It should be. But hold on. It should be. They paid 130 or 100 and something.
Yes.
But like the thing there is, it should be. But no, he's not a passenger. The structure around him is not good. And then can we also talk about Mr. Captain their centre back captain
Van Dijk greater than
Van Dijk greater than Rio Ferdinand, Nibo, Konate and Van Dijk. They've been quite bad this season too as well. So, brother, it's like your spine sucks. There's nothing that Florian Wirtz can do.
Bro,
yeah.
True. They've dropped in form and everything. But Florian Wirtz has been massively underwhelming this season. I don't care what he's like with that amount.
But he does not have a good structure around him. For somebody that is young, that is coming into a team. This is his first season. He's not going to hit the ground and running with weak structure around him.
They have two heads.
Ekitike is a striker. Now they bring ball come from midfield. Go attack.
Imagine. So he's bypassing Florian Wirtz's work and going to score. Why supposed to give him ball? No, if you give him ball there, he's going to score regardless, bro.
No. So, I am not saying that he has had a great season. I'm not saying that, but I'm also giving him that fact that this is his first season. So at least let's chill for him a little bit. And Ekitike too. This is his first season. But this, as Ekitike had a better season to vet. Yes.
Yeah. All I'm saying is this. All I'll say is this. First of all, I have an overlying belief of attacking midfielders from Germany. Stay away from them. They haven't hit. They don't defense. And I'm serious. Actually, like defenders, the German league is not for defense at all. If you watch German league, defense is like their worst thing, and that's the reason why when we go into Champions League, whatever, that's the reason why I'm giving Madrid a chance over Munich, because that Munich defense is not a thing, and that's supposed to be the best team in Germany. Defensively, they don't hit anything. When they played the first couple of games in the league, that was the first thing he said, man, the physicality. The defenders are quick, they are fast, they are strong. I'm like, bro, okay. Did any attacking midfielder getting from this team just take him down a few notches? Only a few of them are actually quite decent. Like generally, I know there'll be some exceptions to say Ozil and what's his name?
Balak.
And
Balak is Balak, man.
Balak is it.
Shinji Kagawa.
Attacking midfielders. From the Shinji Kagawa, he played well here and there for you guys.
Mkhitaryan.
No be benching end.
Hey, let's I think we can wrap up this section. I think I wrap up this section. And let's quickly I have a hard stop. You know, I've blown past it by 10 minutes. So let's just quickly go to our next topic. Before we go to the next topic, let me take comments. Also advice that tournament gives you FIFA Peace Prize. Okay. Xabi Alonso, welcome to Liverpool. Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much. I see that
it's
already.
pretty much it.
Pretty much. Oga Kwame says Van Yash.
Yeah, all these Man U fans just coming together. It's crazy.
We need HR for this thing. No?
Okay, this one is very interesting, because as we always do, we always have like a bracket price. Whoever wins this bracket, there's a gift. A surprise gift. Putty Fantasy team.
Yes,
These are the rules. These are the rules, right? If you get the final winner prediction, that's 3 points. Whoever wins it, you get the correct team that wins. If you get the correct final pairing, that's extra 2 points. So that's 2 points for that one. Every other prediction, whether you get the semi-final correct or the one person that projects is 1 point for each. If that makes sense. So if you get the two semi-final matchups right, correct, you get 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. If you get one of the teams, you get half points for that one, half points. So that's how we're going to do it. We'll announce, the winner at the end of Champions League. So that's why. Let's go. Let's share. Let me see. I want to try sharing. Hopefully, they don't take it down. Allow. Let me see if I'm sharing my screen.
Yep.
Okay. Let's start with who came on first. You hear me? You
Yes,
came on
sir.
first. You get first dips.
So
Paris?
PSG versus Liverpool. I pick PSG.
To go through? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, man.
PSG. So Madrid versus Bayern. I'm leaning towards Bayern. I pick Bayern.
Okay, I'll lean towards Bayern. Okay.
Okay. Barca versus this Atletico. I pick Barca.
Wait. You pick Barcelona?
Sporting versus Arsenal. I pick Arsenal.
All right, it's in the down. Scroll down.
Yeah, it's the scoring thing I'm trying to figure out. Because my mouse is not. Oh, look at it. Never mind. So you say you play Barcelona.
Barcelona will win against Athletic.
Who you pick
And
here?
Arsenal should beat Sporting Lisbon.
Okay.
So now, when we now go to the semi-final, it should be PSG versus Bayern.
Okay, so who is your winner?
Shaba. PSG. Bayern. I go Bayern. It's tough. Hey,
Okay.
hey, no laugh me. Barca versus Arsenal. I think that's where they're gonna journey end. Barca. So final will be Bayern versus Barca. I pick
Yes,
Bayern
sir.
too.
Okay, can somebody do me a favor?
Screenshots.
Yes, sir.
Reduce the what's it called? If you can zoom out a bit, like with your, I don't know if your mouse is like you can just put two fingers and like drag them together.
Let me see. Let me try.
Or hold Control and scroll down.
Control. This is I use a MacBook.
Oh, never mind. I don't say Mac. Let me see if I can do a screenshot here. Hold on. Yeah, at least we can see what the. I'll send it to you right now. It might not be as clear as this, but it gives you all the information you need.
I can also take a picture of what I have and send to you too.
Okay, even better.
Yeah.
So I think that's much better.
You want a third party. So you don't want to change it.
Getting it to freeze though. This is not serious. This thing is not serious. Screen is frozen. No. You know what? I'm just going to do the manual way. This thing is frozen.
Should I use Excel for this one?
I know. It should have been easier. I thought I figured this out. Okay, let me stop sharing. You know what? I'll do this again.
After this thing is done, I can take a screenshot and send to you, Ayo, so you can have it. And you can do it when you have time.
Okay.
Yeah, so keep it moving.
Okay, let's keep moving. Benny.
All right. Let me get my thing up here. Okay, so first is Paris, PSG, Liverpool. I go with PSG. Madrid, Bayern Munich. I go with Madrid.
Okay.
Barcelona, Atleti. I go with Atletico.
Okay.
Why?
Sporting, Arsenal. We don't have to talk about why here. I know I'm why. Sporting, Arsenal. I go with Arsenal.
Okay.
Paris, Madrid. I go with Paris. Atleti, Arsenal. Do I need to say who? Atleti. And then we go PSG versus Atletico. PSG versus Atletico. This one was tough for me, but I go PSG. Repeat.
Wow, back to back for PSG. Okay. Before we go to Itata, someone says Oshe Kochi. You know what I mean? Dio says thank you for choosing this, for choosing Bayern. You see, from your mouth to God's ears. Itata, take us home. What's your prediction? Brackets.
PSG Liverpool. This was very dicey for me. I know, like, because the reason I say so is on Liverpool's day, man. I don't know. I picked PSG though. PSG, Liverpool, PSG, Real Bayern. Real Bayern is tough, but Real Madrid at the Champions League are a different beast. So Real Madrid, Arsenal, Sporting. So this word was just painful to say, but Arsenal.
Okay.
Barca Atletico. I watched Barca Atletico yesterday, man. I don't see Atletico beating Barca. So Barca, Arsenal, Barca, Barcelona, PSG, Real Madrid, and I have an Clasico final.
Okay.
Who wins the Clasico final? Barcelona.
My boy.
Okay.
That's why we are brothers from another mother. Even me say I don't pick my team.
Okay, I'll say my PSG Liverpool. PSG home and away.
Home and away.
That's not complaining about that game. Bayern Real. I know everybody's doing this Real Madrid thing. Every time I bet against them, I'm always wrong. I think, apart from one time, but I'm betting against them again this time because this time they don't have that man to wink. That man is the Jew that he was winking. I'm winning.
Ancelotti.
So I think Bayern.
A coach that Ayo does not rate for nothing.
Hey, he's a fantastic coach. Bayern go through. Arsenal, Sporting. My surprise there. I think this is my surprise pick. I think Sporting will knock Arsenal out. Actually.
No.
Wow.
Ayo,
you get liver.
Ayo, you get liver.
That's what
They will come burn your house. They will come burn your house.
That's what I think. I'm very honest with you. That's what I think.
Okay.
Wow. If that happens, I will come out my grill.
I think
if it happens, I will come out my grill, man.
Bro, I'm gonna take a day off work, man.
Hey, Tata, if you come out, I go there your house, so bros.
That's what I think, because I feel like there's always one surprise, and that's the surprise we're going to see this year. I think that's it. So semi-final, Sporting, Barcelona.
Wait, you haven't said Bayern?
Barcelona and Atletico. Barcelona beat Atletico.
Okay.
It'll be closer than we think. Barcelona will knock Atletico out. So Bayern, PSG. I think it's Bayern. The attack is ridiculous.
The form, they're in top form.
It's ridiculous. It's going to be a high-scoring game. I know their defense is not as great. I agree with Benny, but that attack is ridiculous, man. It is.
Their midfield and attack. That midfield and attack, man, they are just
Bayern midfield.
Oh yes. Are you
It's a
What?
workout.
Isn't Pavlovich, Goretzka,
Pavlovich,
and,
Kimmich,
Kimmich?
Goriska,
Kimmich is. I don't know why you guys keep rating this Kimmich guy. I can't stand that guy.
Itata,
What?
Itata.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, call for your boy. Call for
I have to go.
What?
Let's not deviate.
What?
So
He's not good.
Who?
PSG
Kimmich.
Bayern make it to the final, and Barcelona beat Sporting and make it to the final. PSG, Barcelona's defense. Sorry, I said PSG. Barcelona's defense can. Yeah, I think Bayern attack will destroy. Harry Kane to win his first Champions League, first major club trophy. Major.
Ah,
He won't
wait
Bundesliga.
now.
He won't Bundesliga.
Yes,
no.
never.
Major. I know that was not going to be happy when I say that.
I'll finish it for you.
Dayo, destroy you here.
Okay, Harry Kane's first European trophy. Is that better? That first European. So I think that
He's going Bayern. Oh, more.
I'm going Bayern.
I can see that happening, though.
I don't see it happening with that defense. I don't see it happening.
But I mean, their defense is not as bad as a lot of these teams.
It's bad, bro. It's
No, it's
bad.
not that bad. It's not that bad.
It's bad.
They are just bored.
Okay.
They are bored.
And then we go.
We should
Barcelona
begin or
Betis is going to be war.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I agree with that. You two, God seals it. Yeah, I think so. I've been calling it since group stages. The Bayern's going to Champions League, so I'm still holding on to it. You know, I want to be 2 for 2. Last year I predicted PSG. This year I'm predicting Bayern. So we'll see. I might be wrong. I'm wrong sometimes. You know, I'm not octopus. I'm wrong sometimes. We've come to the end of the show because I have a hard stop. This was fun. Wow, we blew past it by almost 20 minutes, but it's okay. I had fun. We had fun. Itata, thanks for coming again. Back to back,
Thank you so much.
it's hard to get you out of the zone. Back to back. Well, thank you for them releasing you for us to come. Thank you for coming.
For them.
Them. That's how I'll keep it that. Them releasing you to come. Benny, to fix because you're not broken. You won't be broken in Jesus' name.
Yeah.
Amen.
Benny, but Chelsea being shut out, I'm here for it. But you are fixed. Chelsea shut out.
Please, before you call out Yemi, there is something I want everyone to see on Netflix. So imagine a room in Nigeria, NEPA takes light, and it's Benny and Todd Bowley. Omo.
Hey,
The beating. No,
Hey.
here.
Father Lord. From your mouth to God's ears.
You don't condone violence on this point, especially on this aspect. I'm just saying that. Peace and love to everyone. You know, Mr. Onso Advice, Kaiser, Oga Kwame, all of you on the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget us. You know, and we're out.
And stay safe, people. Please
Stay safe, everyone. Stay safe. Bye, everyone.
You're watching Footy Fantasy. It is your steady thing, go meet your football needs. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. It's Footy Fantasy. You're watching Footy Fantasy. Footy Fantasy. It is your steady thing, go meet your football needs. Your football needs. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes